Hi everyone, my name is Caroline McClymont and this is my assignment 5. I did a restaurant unit. I used the backwards design model when planning my unit. So I started thinking about what I wanted my students to learn, and my students have to learn in math, finding percent of a number. So I thought calculating tip, finding 10, 15, and 20% of their total would be good practice with that. And then my students also have to learn what adjectives are and how to use adjectives in their writing. So I decided that I would use the adjectives that they could find in the restaurant menus from different restaurants, their favorite ones that we have around town, and then use those adjectives to rewrite our school lunch menu. So I incorporated math and language skills in my unit. Some things I would like to change are we did a little bit of a discussion on why we tip, but I would like to incorporate more of that into my unit. I think that we could read a lot of informational articles during reading about why we want to tip and look at some persuasive articles and then do a little debate or argumentative writing on if we should or should not tip anymore in America. Some of the questions: do the tasks yield appropriate evidence of the identified understandings? I think they do. My students needed to calculate percent of a number. I had my more advanced students calculate the tax as well as the tip. And then my students also used adjectives to rewrite the school lunch menu. Do the tasks involve a complex real-world application of the identified knowledge, skill, and understandings? Yes, they do. Everyone goes to a restaurant or goes to a hair salon or goes to a nail salon and has to learn how to calculate tip. So I think that is a very real-world skill that students need to have. They also practiced adding the numbers to find the total cost of a bill. We all do that every time we go out to eat. And then they also had to round the numbers and estimate to stay within their budget, which is also, again, something we do every day as adults, whether we're at a restaurant, whether we're going to the grocery store, whether we're looking to buy a new sofa or something. So everyone estimates and stays within a budget. And then my students use writing that gets the attention of the intended audience. This is a skill that they also need to have when they're writing even an email, or if they are in advertising or they're trying to get someone's attention, they need to be able to have those adjectives and those exciting words to add to their writing to make it interesting for their audience. The evidence of learning that I used an exit ticket during the end of the first activity for the students to calculate a few tip percentages so I could just check and make sure that they understood. And then the next morning, the next lesson, we had a quick review quiz where again I could see that each student really understood the concepts of finding percent. And then we created a group Wordle document where the students could input all of their adjectives. So I could just quickly see that yes, they understood what an adjective was, and they were finding multiple adjectives, not just one or two. And then they also had their end writing assignment of the new school lunch menu. The self-assessment that my students were given, they were checking their work as well as their partner's work, and then they were helping their table groups as well. They had the exit ticket where they could revise their learning and thinking and tell me how they felt about the understanding of finding a percent of a number. And then they also had the chance to edit and revise their own writing as well. So that is my lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.